All right, we are at the beginning of week 3, although it's only day 10 because there was a school holiday. So we'll call it the beginning of week 3, and I made a determination last week that we needed one more lab day to kind of work on lab 0102. So today is the last day in class that we're going to have, specifically geared at lab 0102. And so originally this was due on yesterday, but now it's due a week from yesterday. This is going to be due on Sunday the 15th. Okay? Now my advice, regardless of the due date, my advice is just get it done today. Okay? Because we are moving on, right? We are no longer going to be focused on Express and Node. We are going to transition into learning Mongo tomorrow. So you can see tomorrow's a lecture day. I'm setting aside basically the full class for the theory to learn Mongo databases. Okay? And so tomorrow is a lecture day. And then we have 2 lab days, and both of these are our first lab dealing with Mongo databases. So it's lab 0201, and you're going to notice we have 2 optional remote days this week. So we have 2 lab days. This is a Mongo lab, and then our first hands-on test on Friday. Okay, and again, these are optional remote days. It boils down to, as a middle manager at Rankin, on occasion, I get pulled out of the classroom, and this Thursday and this Friday, I'm being pulled out of the classroom to do, I'm going to another college and kind of looking at some articulation agreements kind of thing. So I'm actually being pulled out of the classroom. We will have a substitute teacher on Thursday and Friday who's taught this class before, who's knowledgeable. He will be on Discord, okay? The substitute teacher will be available on Discord. His name is Jim Kaufman, okay? He will be on the Discord channel. His camera will be turned on, just like you guys. If you're having a remote day, your camera will be turned on. Or if you still want to come in, Mr. Gegelman will be in person, right? So you'll have an in-person, substitute teacher, and we're going to have an online teacher, and you can still ask me questions should you have them. Okay? But that's this week. Additionally, just like we did last week, we're going to continue learning what you would just consider vanilla JavaScript. Okay? Now, last week we kind of focused on JavaScript objects. This is what I'm viewing as kind of a participation grade, in the fact that there's some theory. I recorded a video last Friday on coding asynchronous JavaScript and the 3 ways to code asynchronous JavaScript. So I coded this video, and I want you to ask a question about asynchronous JavaScript by Wednesday night. Okay, so again, sometimes in classes, I've taken these classes, I'm guessing you guys have too. You have a participation grade kind of thing where you have to post in the collaboration on Inside Rankin. Have you guys done that, like in gen ed classes? Okay. This is another way of kind of getting that participation in the class, by asking a question. If you guys did comment and ask a question, I answered those questions on Discord. I don't know if you saw that, but I did answer those questions. So if you do have genuine questions that you're looking to know the answer from, or at least my answer to those questions, I do answer those questions. Point is, I also will make a written test from those questions. Okay? Now, this written test, just like last week, I'm going to make this written test, and it will be active Wednesday afternoon. Okay, so you'll have from Wednesday afternoon, let me get my dates correct here. This timing isn't right. let's get the comments in. I apologize here. I need to change my timing. This needs to be on the 10th. That way I can get the test active by the 11th. So get your questions in by 9:10, please. Okay, that way I can open up the test on the 11th, and you can kind of have the rest of the time to take the test. Okay, so you got 2 days, just like last week. You got 2 days to kind of watch the video. It's a little bit separate from the rest of the coursework. Watch the video, ask an asynchronous JavaScript question, complete the exam by the end of the week. Then we've got the lab that was kind of, is what you guys are already working on. That's what today's a lab day. We'll have a new lab and we'll have a hands-on test all due on Sunday. So a lot of assignments do this Sunday, although, one of them you should have mostly completed by now. Hopefully we'll be finishing that up today. Questions on this week. Okay, just a little bit of a foreshadowing into next week. We're going to have more time learning Mongo, right? So this is the first lab we have on Mongo. I want to say I have 3 labs total and a hands-on test, right, to learn Mongo. So if you're kind of like, well, what's next week? More MongoDB. So that's the forecast. That is week 3. And no questions, comments, concerns? All right.